I have on my property. You know, in the wintertime here, when everything looks kind of gray, it's always nice to have some nice evergreen trees to look at, and great contrast in the wintertime when there is snow. There's no snow now, uncharacteristic since we got really clobbered last year. But this one here, this is a Swiss stone pine, and what I liked about it is it's got really nice soft needles, and it's a slow grower though, so you know, I think I've had this in for 5 years, and it was maybe 5 feet tall, and now it's maybe 8 feet tall. And it can, under ideal conditions, it can live up to like 120 years, and I think they were saying it's almost like a heritage plant. You know, you're passing it on to another generation. It can withstand pollution. It's not particular to soil pH, and it's just a nice, attractive pine tree to have, sort of like a specimen tree. And it can get a spread of up to 20 feet and as tall as 40 feet, but you know, again, it's going to take a real long time to get to maturity. So that's one of my pine trees, and it probably gives you know, birds a nice shelter, you know, during the winter. Also, another evergreen tree I have, another so-called specimen tree, is this Hinoki Cypress, which I think I purchased. It was discounted because it seemed to have an unusual shape. It wasn't symmetrical, but you know, nothing's asymmetrical, or nothing's symmetrical in nature. You know, it's nice to have things that have these odd shapes, and this one here, I really like the shape to it. And again, it's another specimen tree, soft needles, stays nice dark green during the wintertime, but it does collect the wet snow. So you know, I've had to come out and shake some of the snow off during the wintertime when we had some wet snow. Had some concerns that it would break some of the branches. Again, nice Hinoki Cypress specimen tree. It's a good focal point for a garden, and they don't get too large either. I don't know what the exact numbers are on this, but it's about, I don't know, 15 feet high now. But again, one thing I like about these evergreen trees is they don't block out your garden. I mean, you can use them as sort of like a screen, but you know, it's not going to shade out your whole yard like some of these, you know, maple trees that are pretty much considered weeds, and you always have to pull out the little saplings that are starting from the seeds. Seems like any nook and cranny, they're always starting, and they're fast growers. I just put in last year, it's a white weeping spruce tree, another specimen tree with a nice interesting shape to it. I put some Christmas lights on it this year, so it'll look like that Charlie Brown Christmas tree and Charlie Brown Christmas. But it's a nice, interesting shape. They get pretty tall, but again, it's a very narrow growing tree. And I don't know how quickly they grow, but I've seen one on the nursery that I purchased this one from, maybe 40 feet tall, but you know, maybe 5 feet wide. So it's very narrow. You could probably, if this gets at maturity, you could probably almost use it as an emergency ladder, jumping out of the second floor window onto this tree. So those are 3 evergreen trees I have on my property. Nice specimen trees, nice to look at. Have interesting features, and just something different on the property. So thanks for watching my video.